Hey there, everybody. I am updating you with the 21st and 22nd of November. My captors are so stupid, wasting time and giving the government time to do two things. Number one, look into the truth, and number two, plan a silencing for me. They still want to stalk and harass the addict. November 22nd, 2022. Today is another lucky day. The date is a special rule numerically, and the representation of the symbol shows truth and no trickery. The number 1 happens one time in a pair, like the animals on Noah's Ark. The number 2, which means pair, happens twice. So that is how we arrived at this spot in history. 1-1, 2-2, 2-2. I can only hope that today, people with knowledge, a key, begin to take it out of their pocket and try it on some locks, the institutions who isolate individuals from society, and see if any cells with innocent prisoners unlock. The elite wanted an enslavement of the people. Well, they've had their dream come true, this entire industrial revolution. It's time that the people had their dream, a belief in an illusion of freedom, come true, and man becomes free to experience existence the way God intended. Controlled and manipulated emotions mute the human experience, and that thwarts all creative expression and production in art and innovation and invention. We should be advancing, but with R&M around, we are staying right where we are. R&M changes the psyche of the users and victims and creates disharmony, anger, ego, and arrogance, and a reinforcement of a survival skill from our old world brain, domination through competition. We honestly do not need this ideation to be so prominent in our daily living. There is enough shelter, food, and water for all. And new areas of farming are cropping up all over the globe because of desalination of irrigated ocean water. There is not an overpopulated earth today. That is a government narrative with an objective of controlling the whole globe. As long as beef and pork are products in stores and a full row of bread in grocery stores exists, we are living in a world of plentiful bounty. We do waste a lot, and that is part of the problem in Western society today. Our expectations of being able to buy anything we want within a 5-minute drive need to change. Even the fact that Americans own a car makes them royalty in comparison to the rest of the world. We are lucky to live in America. My government, though, is on the verge of destroying everything with microwaves. Every living thing is being affected, and all of it is being done for one purpose only: to control and enslave the people. People don't believe it's going on, and in plain sight, because of popular belief, programming on television, and false patriotic propaganda. I say false patriotic propaganda because our rights have already dissolved, and people are ignorant of an urgency to stand up in defense of rights, and they're divided over a basic right. And the polarization removes more rights every day. People need to understand our Constitution and its promise of government to the people. We must defend it with all our might, together. People's disbelief of truth because of trickery must not be our future, even though it is our present. Man is slightly fearful and negative as a species. We must override this biological preset in order to advance into the electromagnetic age. Believing in the invisible is the key. We are so ingrained right now into somebody showing us the proof of things that we are not having faith in God. We are not believing truth of things that are of a minority status. People need to wake up because this is the killing time. And your murder is being planned by the government, either through natural disaster or COVID or processed foods or chemtrails. People need to be aware of how to save their own life today. And anything that's going to help my neighbors live a longer life, I am certainly going to inform them. I wish they would do the same for me.